Rotation just happened and I'm already falling behind. But I decided to hit it because I just had a good feeling. And I'm glad I did. See this guy? There was 3 people in my bin alone. Nobody grabbed them. I have no idea why. So I didn't think that there were anything, and I just grabbed it and saw a logo. I was like, oh crap. Next was this black one. And then grabbed another one. And it happened to be this one. And someone looked at me like, that's freaking crazy. I just spent $69 at the bins. And it is by far the best day I've ever had. So I think we need to show what we got here. How about we show you briefly what we got, and then I'll explain why I feel like the bins and reselling is still very much alive. I'll just show you the logo, and let's just say I got 2 of these right next to somebody. I want to start off with saying I do my best at the bins. There's probably a lot of things that you might see in this video that you'd say I would not grab, and you could be right. And there's some things that you might learn in this video, but it is very, very, very safe to say I just had the best day ever at the bins. It is almost 4 o'clock and I might not have to source tomorrow because of how good today was. I got here at like 12 and some of the people that have been here weren't here for a little bit. And I was like, okay, maybe I got some good stuff because they weren't there. And then that Patagonia jacket, there were 3 people sitting in my bin and nobody grabbed it. I just so happened to grab it. I saw one and I was like, huh, I wonder if this other is like another good piece. Like there's a jacket sitting here. It was. Yeah, it was. So we are definitely gonna go home and I'm gonna show you what we got. I don't wanna talk too long because it's gonna be a long video of every crazy piece. I don't know, I just spent $69, so almost $70 at the bins. I've definitely spent more at thrift stores before, but have walked out with way less. I don't even know how many things we got. So let's go home and let's take a look. Okay, we are back at the eBay store, AKA the Ilio Island. Pretty, ain't it? I have had way too much caffeine, and so for the sake of my heart, I have to pretend and trick myself that I'm drinking caffeine. Shout out these Waterloos. There's this like banana flavor that's so good, and my King Soopers doesn't have it. But my parents have it. And so every time I see them, I beg them for that one. But this one's still pretty good. Okay, first off, store update. We are at, as of today, which is February 16th, we're at $16,593 in sales for my 90-day total. I have to obviously say the 90-day total. And we are at 924 items. That's everything here and everything behind me. This is like our small hard goods section. And then I just had to get this extra shelf. I don't know. I mean, it works. I think the shelving is going to have to work that way and then kind of have an aisle as we go down. And then my apartment kind of sells these like storage units, these mini storage units. It's just like a closet. And I've been put on the wait list, and that's where my boxes I think are going to go. The only ones they have available are something that's not in my building, which makes it much harder. Today, right now, this is about this crazy, I can't even, like, crazy I feel like is an understatement of this bins haul. I was thinking on showing sold comps on all of this. I'm contemplating, maybe I'll show a couple. Some of this might not be the greatest thing ever. I try to walk out with a 50% sell-through rate, and I do my best on that. Some things I just can't not get if it's not a 50% sell-through rate. For example, like the jacket I just showed you, I have no idea what the sell-through rate is on it, but I'm gonna get it because it's super good. And I'm willing to hold on to some of these things for a little bit longer if I'm going to get a really, really good price for those. It's funny, right after those videos, there was somebody that was right next to me that just grabbed like one of those like super desirable Carhartt jackets. And he was right next to me and grabbed it. And I was like, okay, other people can have good days at the bins too. My voice just cracked. I swear. I'm 29. I swear. But I am looking at 2 full IKEA bags. I probably could, or 3 full IKEA bags. I probably could have done 2, but I mean, 3 just looks more dramatic. So I'm just going to go through it, and feel free to look at comps if you'd like to. Some of these brands you've probably already heard of. Some of them might be new. Some of them are always new to me. That's what I kind of like at the bins. But these are Cinch Ian jeans. Cinch jeans are... There's like 3 jeans that I get really excited to get. Cinch, BKE, and Cody James. I love all three of those jeans, not because they sell for $1 million, but because they sell, period. These ones are usually having like super high sell-through rates in my store. My store sell-through rate kind of, I don't know if it's the right thing, but kind of trumps all other sell-through rates because it's like, this is what my store does. Although I've been doing this for 3 months, sometimes it's nice to have, like something I can look at. So it's like if my Cody James or BKE is 100% sell-through rate, that's really good. But like Levi's is a slower sell-through rate. So I'm picking up less Levi's, even some of the Y2Ks I'm leaving, just because that's how they do in my store. So I don't know if that's the right or the wrong thing to do, but that's what I do. Next, I don't know if I'm going to give this to Nadia or if we're going to throw this in the store. I didn't look up sell-through rates because it's either or, in my opinion. But Nadia got this gift a long time ago, and someone got her like an XL. And if anybody knows Nadia, she's 5'2". And so it was like, it could almost fit me, but this one is a small, and it's the exact same sweater that she got for Christmas last year from somebody, not a family member, not calling anybody out. It was actually a coworker. And I was like, why did they give you an XL? So if she wants it, she's going to have it. But if not, it's okay. This one is one of those ones I didn't look up sell-through rates just because it's Carhartt. It's green. It's got the full Carhartt script logo on the side. I actually got a couple of Carhartt, I think, in this grab. This one is a size medium. There was another 2XL that looked just like this. It wasn't a hoodie. It was just the long sleeve, and it was a little beaten up. And I literally sat for longer than I probably should have, just trying to look at the sell-through rate of it. I couldn't find an exact comp on it. The 2XL was a good size, and I was just like, you know what? I think it was Tekken Sports. One of the YouTubers just had like, you have to look at something and go, this item is not going to change my business. And I feel like if anything, it hurts my business going back and forth, because odds are that shirt probably would have sold for like $20-$25. And so it really wasn't like the end of the world to just do that. So I just threw it back. And because like sometimes just throwing it back and not thinking about it twice, there was a bunch of those that I had to do because I was getting so many good things. I was like, oh my gosh, let's just keep adding things on, that I decided not to. Okay, so this is We The Free. I don't fully understand this brand because sometimes they do really good, but like this is like a boot cut kind of look on the pants, and so that obviously does good. We The Free, Free People. I think it's Anthropologie. Some of them do good, some of them don't, but some of them have sold pretty well in my store, so I grabbed them. Oh, Frick Sticks. This one is kind of damaged. Dang. I try to do a quick look. When I'm walking away with much less items, I go through all my items and do a detailed look. This one I didn't get the chance to, and there's like a little hole in the crotch. I don't think it'll be the end of the world. This one had an over 100% sell-through rate, so it was just like impossible not to get. The Ballroom Double Flex jeans by Duluth. Duluth is not that good of a brand. I never pick it up at the thrift store, but at the bins, I feel like it's worth it. Like jeans are usually around $3 per, so over 100% sell-through rate unless I was doing something wrong. I couldn't not say no to that. A couple of them had this. Okay, so shout out to the Wrangler Pearl Snap that keeps unbuttoning and it makes me look like, I don't know, anyways. This one is another Wrangler Pearl Snap that I found. It's just a nice like little Western look, and the nicer the look, the better chance I'm going to grab. I find a lot of like Wrangler, but I know the Pearl Snaps are the more desirable ones, so I got that. I think I have got 2 Pearl Snap Wranglers, but we'll see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This one was great. It makes me wonder how many times I do this, because I don't want to be ignorant to it, because like people forget things all the time or they don't see things all the time. And I definitely did that. There was somebody next to me that did not see the obvious like Lululemon thing sticking out. I feel like these coat things do much better than some of the other stuff. Lululemon seems to do pretty good for me. I have a couple in my store, and I still get, I get bad offers on Lululemon, and there's some that I'm not getting all the time, especially like the men's pants. They're always pricing them like $20 at the thrift store. I made the mistake of doing that probably like when I first started, maybe a month and a half ago, and I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to spend $20 for Lululemon, but at the bins for something like this and I can't not get that. The North Face, this one's really nice. I really like this one. I'm full transparency. I didn't look up sold comps on this one, but I know the North Face is really good. It's a quarter zip with like this little tie thing on the back, and it's just a pretty color. I don't even know if this is men's or women's. Like I said, I didn't even look it up, but again, just another good grab that I just saw the logo, had to get it. Carhartt FR. There's no logo on this, so it's kind of nice. Normally you find logos on things like this, but just a pretty good find. And I think it's a larger size too. Let's see. It's kind of hard to see the size on this one. Probably an XL, maybe a large. I don't know. But good grab there. This one was another Duluth Trading. Like I said, I'm not grabbing all Duluth Tradings, but this is like a rugby style, and I saw some sold comps doing pretty well. For some reason, sell-through rate was good too, unless I was doing something wrong. That was nice. And then what really made me get it was the new with tags. So that was really nice. It kind of helped me search because it says like BBY large women's, I don't know. But anyways, that kind of helped me get that one. This one was cool. I, again, saw someone grab this, look at it, throw it back. I grabbed it and then looked at the sold comps, and it was 100% sell-through rate. And it's baseball season. So, and the Mariners are doing better than they were. At least they were last year than they normally do. And I went to a Mariners game last year. I actually have a hat to match this. This is a Stitches MLB. I'm sure this is like a Y2K, like almost vintage, I guess you would say. Just like zip up jacket. Pretty nice. So I had to grab that one. There was another one, and it was just kind of, I got the chance to get kind of lucky to get a good jump. When they say 3, 2, 1, go, you kind of have to jump it the right way, because sometimes people can jump in front of you or someone will jump in. And I just kind of saw this, like, it just looked like good stuff, and there was like a bunch of racks and a couple other people jumped on it. So I'm sure people got other cool stuff, but I was able to get some things I like. This is a 2XL Nike windbreaker. Ooh, that noise. Massive. Comps are going really well for that, and so that was really cool to find. And I got 2 of them. There was 2 on some hangers, and I don't know, there was people grabbing things much faster, and there were some jeans, and I don't know, I didn't even get the chance to see what other people were getting, but just super nice. And the 2XL is a good size. I don't know how windbreakers are going to do I feel like the spring is a good time to sell windbreakers, because you get, you'll still get rain, and you know, it's like, I played baseball and everybody wore windbreakers during baseball when it's like windy. So I think it won't be that bad for the summer. Wow, I forgot I even grabbed this. I totally forgot this. Vera Bradley. Honestly, I hear Harry Tornado talk about this, so I grabbed one the other day. It was a laptop case. It did okay, and I forgot I even put this one in here. So hopefully it does good. It's a purse. So there you go. I'm pretty sure the sell-through rate of Vera Bradley does good, so I guess we'll see. Okay, so these are some vintage hats. Now, I have a decent understanding of vintage hats. I think I put a bunch of others away. I thought I grabbed more, but I guess I didn't. But some of these vintage hats, so the brand is Otto, and I'm fairly certain it's vintage. It still looks vintage, but it kind of has profanity warning if you're watching with your kids, but there's the F word. Be nice or kindly frick off. If this was my YouTube channel a couple days ago, I definitely would have said that, but yeah, I'm cleaning that. I'm cleaning my act up. And this one says, put it on my dad's tab. I sold some of vintage hats that just kind of have funny sayings, and surprisingly, they do pretty good. They sold quickly. So there was like one that said like dunk on them or something like that. And just the funny saying hats do pretty good. I don't know. I couldn't guess how much a hat is. I could probably weigh a hat, and it's $1.99 a pound. So you could do the math on whatever that is. And then there's a couple other hats that I threw back because they were more specific and I couldn't find any comps. So I just threw those back. This one was pretty cool. So this is a RLL or RL. Yeah, RLL. Ralph Lauren. I'm still trying to practice on my Ralph Lauren. I don't fully understand it, but here, this will tell you the tag. Ralph Lauren. It's like a turtleneck. It's like a women's turtleneck, and did pretty good. So I grabbed it. Okay, these ones are not impressive, but I got a bunch of them, and it's really nice for the summertime. So these are Lucky Brand, just regular shorts. There was a ton ton in one bin, and I grabbed them all, and then I realized a lot of the buttons were busted on these. They had a really healthy sell-through rate. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't 100 and it was over 50. So it was a good enough sell-through rate. And I saw some comps going for $15 to $20 on these. And these were the first grabs that I got. So it was like, okay, at least I have something that's going to sell. I think I said this in my last video. It's like my favorite thing is to know that something's going to sell. And so I can confidently walk out being like, something will sell of this. And these are much cheaper than jeans. That was kind of nice. So I got 1, 2, 3. I tossed away much more because, like I said, the buttons were broken. And one of these, the back buttons are busted. It was this one. And I just broke the buttons off completely because I feel like it's not going to change the value that much, but I guess we'll find out. That's the nice thing of having SKUs, because then I can know exactly which one I'm getting. So that's the first bag. Oh my gosh, everything's falling. Let me put all this away and then I'll show you the next bag. Okay, next bag. This one's small, but this one is the most exciting part. I showed you a quick glimpse of what it was, and this one was insane. So I have to have a story time for this one. They go 1, 2, 3, go. Now, I had to go to the bathroom. I'm trying to make sure my stories are right here. Maybe this one, I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I think it was the one I had to go to the bathroom. And so I felt like I was running late to the bin anyways. And there's a line of people. So I was like, you know what? I am already behind. I already had a pile of stuff I'm looking through, and I'm trying to catch up this whole time at the bins because there's so many good things and I just couldn't catch up. But, I'm standing kind of in the back, and I'm just I don't even know, I could guess which one the new bins are, but I didn't know which ones they put out. And they were doing double bins, and that was really awesome today. And so I was just okay, I'm just going to hang out and see where people run to. So they said, go. And they ran, and there was one little spot in the open. So I stand, I'm just I see nothing here. So I'm just kind of looking through. I go over to the bin next to me, and I touch and I feel this coat, and I'm okay, and whatever. And I always just look at the brand really quick. Most of the time when you see a puffer jacket, you're not going to see anything. And I saw this Patagonia logo, and I'm oh my gosh, super nice. What size is this? Large, made in USA. I didn't, okay, I might be freaking out. This could be maybe a $40 jacket, but I didn't look up comps, but this is made in USA. Oh, let's go. And it's great. And so I see another purple jacket sitting there, and I'm oh man, that's nice. Sometimes people will donate a couple things. So maybe this is a Columbia, or I don't know, just whatever. So I grab it, and what do you know? Another Patagonia piece. And I'm sitting there, and I look over, and there's another regular at the bin, and you just see wide eye that I'm holding these 2 Patagonia jackets, and she's oh my gosh. And yeah, that is insane. This one's also made in USA. Can you see it? Oh my gosh, large, made in USA. That is freaking crazy. So I got some spring, and yes, these are Patagonia jackets. So, obviously you'd be even more hyped if this was at the start of winter or something, but holy frick, that's awesome. So that is the best piece, and we still have one more bag to go. This one was just a couple of rotations. I was ready to leave, and then I had a couple of really, really good rotations to leave, and that one was this one. So this one, I didn't look up a lot of the comps. Some of them I did, this one. I did. Now, I got a lot of baseball pieces because it's the start of baseball season. It's April. So this is a Nike Cubs blank jersey. I saw a lot of comps for the actual players going for really, really high. And, I just figured a good blank, it could still do really well. It's super light. Sell-through rate was really good on the Nike Cubs. So couldn't not get it. I didn't really sit that long to try to find a blank one, but it was a good one. This one was another good one. I was going back and forth and contemplating it because it's a Columbia. The comps I was seeing were all over the place. You were seeing comps going from anywhere to $60 to $30 for things like this. And so I just figured, you know what? It's so light. It's in such good condition. If I'm going to get it, the time is right now, right before. It's not a good idea to get it. So this one was another one. This was a Wrangler Pearl Snap denim, dark blue. Again, hard to find comps, but comps from very similar stuff did really good. Pearl Snap, it's almost exactly matching what I'm wearing right now. So I grabbed that one. Good piece. Oh, there's a tag on it. How much was Goodwill asking? $6.99. where are these Goodwills? A lot of the Goodwills are not charging $6.99 for stuff like that here. So next, what is this one? What is this one? Oh, this is another Columbia. Columbia is such a hard brand because it's like, I remember when I first started reselling, I thought that was like the best brand to grab. And most Columbia I'm not getting, but I walked away with 2 Columbia pieces. This one, I saw some comps doing really well for this style. I couldn't find the color and the size, but the style of like the quarter button hood just seemed to do really well. So, and it's a size large. So I figured I'd get it. Again, another one of those ones that someone might be on the other screen like cringing that I got 2 Columbia pieces like that, but I just feel like from the little bit of comping that I did, it was worth it. Again, I'm not walking out with most Columbia. I don't even know how much Columbia is even in my store, but could not get that. This one, I'm contemplating keeping it for the personal because it wasn't that good. I actually had 2 people sitting near me and they like complimented it and they're like, yo, that is so cool. And it really is. So this is, I don't even know what brand this is, but it's a cool look. It is a Ivory Crew Outdoor Classics, definitely vintage. Hit and miss on comps, but all the vintage pieces are the ones that really looked really nice, did really well on it. So I'm going to double check comps on this. And if comps don't do good, I'm just going to keep this, but still pretty cool. Nice little look. I like to do that. Like if something's really nice and doesn't sell well, then I'll get it. It just depends on where the business is, on how many personal things, the good old drug dealer saying, don't get high on your own supply. But it's like, also at the same time, I've always viewed it as my own form of marketing. So like when I'm wearing, like when it's snowing outside, I have a bunch of different starter jackets and people ask me where I get them all the time. And I say, hey, I have my own store actually where I sell them. And it can give me a good hookup for meeting someone or connecting with somebody. Like the maintenance guy at my apartment complex always sees me wear vintage hats. And so he's asking me where I'm getting my vintage hats from. I gifted him a vintage Nike's piece, but like, who knows, maybe he'll want to buy it. I don't think it's going to change my business, but it's just, I view it kind of like marketing, if I were to, I don't know, but maybe that's just me trying to convince myself to get new, cool clothes. I don't even know. Okay. This was really cool because I did not think this brand did good, but comps said otherwise. So it is the brand Spanx, and it is like it was at Nordstrom. It was a new with tags, and it's high-rise flare, so it flares out at the bottom, and comps were doing really well for it, and it's a lighter piece, and it's new with tags, so I can't complain about that. So good grab there. I mean, when I say comps do good, typically I mean like in the $30 to $40 range. Like, let's assume that most of these things are not over $35 to $40. Most of these things are in the $20 to $35 range. And it's funny, I was just listening to a podcast about reselling while I was doing all of this, and they're saying a lot of their bread and butter stuff are those $20 items. And I was doing a lot of that in my store where I was doing a lot of $25 sales, but my net profit margin was like $10 because I'm buying these things for, $8, $9, $10. And so I figured the more I go to the bins, the better profit margin I can get, meaning the more goes into my bank account net. And that just helps the business altogether to be able to get more inventory when my margins are better. If I'm selling the same things with better margins, it's just as better for the business. And then obviously I still have the one-off of finding Patagonia jackets. So that was still a good win. Wrangler, Q Baby. I thought I put these back, but maybe I didn't because I think the comps, I think it was like 50% sell-through rate. I'm curious because I definitely did not do a quality check on these, but it's shown up pretty good. So yeah, I think they were like $25 and it was like a 50% sell-through rate. It was like the bare minimum of what I would grab. So I grabbed them. This super cool. I didn't even do a zipper check, but it was one of those moments where me and somebody else found this and I grabbed it first and he almost grabbed it out of my hands and he didn't. Let's see if the zipper works. Why are you being tough on me, zipper? No. Hold on. Uh-oh. Come on. Oh, there we go. Whew, close call. So what did I see actually? I saw a sleeve or a small logo somewhere. Was it on the sleeve? Oh yeah, I saw this and I grabbed it and it is a good piece. So Alf, I think that's how you say it, Alf clothing. Great grab. Really good piece. It kind of sucks because I got a lot of like colder wintry stuff. So now I'm thinking about it. I'm just going to list these as fast as I can. And while it's in the spring, then hopefully it does pretty good. Okay, this is a really weird one because I have bought this brand when I first started reselling. They have not sold in my store whatsoever, but I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I have not seen these in jeans. And it was an over 100% sell-through rate on these. And this was the 511 Tactical. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is the mistake that you make, RJ. Massive hole in the butt. Massive hole in the butt. See, this is live. This is what happens. So normally what I do when I have less stuff is I do a quick quality check. And man, that's devastating. So if they're really, really good, I'm sure there's still value to them, but that's a big hole in the booty. I'm going to have to look that up again. Rookie mistake, RJ. Rookie mistake. This one was a weird one to grab because sell-through rate was really good. Sold price was really good. I'll just show you this right here. It was a Carhartt, what is it called? RD, Rain Defender. And really, really nice piece. But it has this logo on the front. But with a lot of the other ones that I saw that had like bigger logos or more distracting logos, they're still going for like 30-ish bucks. So another good find. Now I'm looking at this, I got a lot of like wintry or colder pieces. So it's not the absolute greatest grab. I'm going to put these aside and just look really quick, but still a great haul today at the bins. And that is all this video is about today. It's just this thrift haul. We're almost 30 minutes in. This bins haul was so good. It's so hard because I love to enjoy thrift hauls like this. That's like one thing I got to work on is like, okay, next, like this has been a good week at the bins. I'm not going to lie. 3 or 4 days, no, Monday was a really good day at the bins as far as getting good brands. We got a lot of really good brands. The next day was like an okay day. It was all like average stuff, but I walked out with like 15 items. And then I did a thrift store day yesterday. And then today was a bins day and it was really, really good. So the bins are very much still alive. I think there's always been this thing in the back of my mind on if I should go all out on the bins or go all out on the thrift stores or kind of mix of both because you don't really know what's at the bins. And sometimes like when you see, for example, there was a Goodwill sticker on one of the shirts, it was like, okay, why did this not sell at a regular Goodwill? I mean, maybe someone missed it or whatever. And so you're like, are we just getting all the junk from Goodwill? Like everything that's not there? But then you find 2 made in USA Patagonia puffer jackets and you go, okay, like someone would have bought that and there was no Goodwill stuff on there. So my Goodwills are at least good enough to know that we're getting either overflow or other things and we're walking out with still amazing things. So very much alive in Colorado. But that is the end of this video. I don't want to talk too long. Man, we have a lot of videos queued up, so I'm really excited for this. But I will let you guys go. That is a great thrift haul. Hopefully you guys can learn a couple lessons from me to do better quality checks when you're at the bins, even when you're walking away with a lot of stuff. And also, just sometimes things are that good. And it's worth going and it's worth doing. I love this business. So I'm gonna let you guys go on to the next one. God bless. Have a great day. Peace.